is everybody? Wait, who's not new by? Who's fighting on here already? No, it's Saturday. We having fun. Can't see everybody now. Hold on. I'm, as usual, fixing this stupid ass thing. Okay. There. Okay, great. This just went down. Oh, hi, you guys. Okay, hi. Somebody's got the nail polish. I see the little nail polish emoji. I'm not here for long because I'm going out. Because it's the weekend, y'all. Anyway, yeah, how is everybody? Hola. Hi. Oh my God, you Victorville. There you go. Hi, you guys. Hey, baby. Mexico City, how fun. Hi, Ohio. Deborah, New Zealand. Oh my God, I know. Sloan Vision, right? My own crazy TV show. Oh, it was 104 out here today. Chico, California. It was hot for you too, huh, Jamie? Hot as shit. Hot as shit in the valley. You know, deep in Lakeview Terrace. Hot as shit, right? I'm not in Lakeview Terrace, but I just thought I'd say it after the movie. My kids used to always say that. Deep in Lakeview Terrace. I never knew what that meant. Oh, you're in New York City. Is it hot, cold, what? Oh, great. You driving House of Pearls. Fabulous. Okay, Mississippi, Chicago. I remember Chicago really well. I used to love Chicago as a kid. A lot. Oklahoma, over 100. I went out and I come back in. 90 in Indiana. It's crazy. I know. I literally, look, Jason Key. Oh, there's the cupping. See the cupping, y'all? That's cupping, what it looks like. I just saw it. See, they cup. It leaves little alien suction cups on your back. Toronto, Michigan, hot and humid. I remember humid weather from Toronto a lot. Midwest, hotter than hell. We are living in hell on planet Earth. We are living in hell here. Okay, yeah, barbecue in Sloan. Don't barbecue me, I'm already in hell. I've already been punished and I'm in hell, all right? Because I'm on Earth. Tucson, 106. Oh my God, I bet. I can't even. Oh, 96. Awesome. 104 in Fresno. Absolutely. 104. Oh my God. It was so hot today. I was like, oh my God. Stagnant. Yeah, I was like, I cannot. So me and Mew took a nap after we went out. Walnut Creek, beautiful. Yeah, thank God for AC, right? Oh my God, 100 Sacramento. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like super, super hot. Not at the beach. It's probably only like 85 or 90 at the beach. I don't know. I wasn't there. Oh my God, I found a wasp on my floor in the condo. Too hot. The wasp was like, please throw me out the window. Ogopogo. Oh my God, Jay Fish. That's so funny. Thank you for asking me that. Okay, so John grew up on Skaha Lake. If you know, in Penticton, Skaha Lake is over here. So John's childhood home is on, like, literally on the lake, okay? And the Ogopogo is in the Okanagan next door, but the two lakes have, like, underground. My friend's seen the Ogopogo. We've seen a lot of people, and John's dad said he saw the Ogopogo. So I have not, but every time I went swimming in that lake, I was like, ooh, I don't know. I'm getting lipstick on my thing. Yeah, the Ogopogo. So yeah, no, seriously. In fact, my friend Jackie, yeah, the Ogopogo. The Ogopogo is like the Loch Ness Monster, Canadian version. Actually, they say they travel underneath, like channels and tunnels all under. And where John grew up is called Penticton, British Columbia. And it's his home was on the lake where they see the Ogopogo. So a lot of people see the Ogopogo. That's what they say, they see the Ogopogo. The lake though, oh my God, so beautiful. So you could swim all the way from John's house across the lake and hit the ski hill on the other side and then cross the water and go up. And yes, I do believe fairy folks exist. But the lake was so dark in the middle. Like, to me, it was dark. Like, the water was like so dark and so deep, it kind of freaked me out. Yeah, I wouldn't want an Ogopogo bite either. Oh my God. Coffee crisps. See, the Canadians are out. Am I the only one that knows about coffee crisps because I grew up in Canada? That's the thing I want. If you go to Canada, bring me coffee crisps back. That's all I want. Oh yeah, well my hair is kind of bizarre. I was cutting my bangs. I don't know if I did it right now. Sometimes I cut them. Anyway, I'm scared. Yeah, the Ogopogo, Skaha Lake. I don't think you're gonna catch it. It's cold. It's cold. The most beautiful place on earth, besides the desert anywhere, is coming. You guys, Canadians know Asuyas. So is driving down out of Asuyas down in to the Penticton, Kelowna, all of those areas is absolutely beautiful. Not Kelowna. Yeah, it is Kelowna. Peachland, sorry. Driving down that way it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So it's the Rocky Mountains and the Mojave Desert meet texture-wise, and then you drive through it and you drive down. Then you hit the lakes and all that. Beautiful. Summerland, yes, Summerland. I've been all over there. One time we went to, this before I had kids, we went to the Peach Fest. You remember the Peach Fest there? We went to the Peach Fest and people got out of control and they were like rocking cars. And I was like going to John, get the fuck out of here. Were you? Yeah, I am Canadian. We're both Canadian. We met in California, but we're both Canadian. Yeah. White Castle cheeseburgers. I don't eat them. But I hear the kids used to love them when they were little. Yeah, well, Canadian women are exceptionally strong. Canadian women take no, all the women that I know, oh, honey, Deborah, Blake, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Woodstock 99. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Oh, Tracy, thank you so much for that. Thank you very much, Tracy. Yes, Penticton and Kelowna. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, John grew up in Penticton. I mean, he lived with his mom too, and she lived in Vancouver, but Penticton. Tracy, thank you for that so much. And I'm sorry, Deborah, about your son. Jeez. Yeah, it's coming up on 2 years with Keith, and I just wish that it wasn't that. St. Catharines, Ontario. That's the other side of Ontario. Yeah, I just wish that that wasn't the case for any of us mothers out there, fathers, mothers. Yes, Tracy has adjusted for inflation. She's overly generous. Tracy, she got me all the nice mascara, the Thrive mascara. I gave some to Deanna to try, the Thrive. Beautiful mascara with the Lotus. I forget what it said on the box. Lotus something. Yes, it's hot as shit. I'm doing good. Where were your adoptive parents born? Windsor, and my dad was Windsor, Ontario, so on your way over to Detroit. And my mom was born in England, raised in South Africa, and immigrated to Canada by the time she was 17. So 3 countries for her. Oh, emotional. I don't know why, except that, oh, see, I can't remember. I can't see your name. Your girl passed away in 1988. Yeah, the mascara is really good. I'm sorry about that. No, you'll never, why would you forget your child passing? Why would you forget? Like, who forgets this? I don't know who forgets this. I've been to New Jersey, but not for a long time. Not for a long time. Yeah, nobody forgets their child dying. Like, people, the biggest lie is that time heals. Time doesn't heal shit. Time, your name is, oh, Marcella. Hi, Marcella. Yeah, no, you're not going to forget your daughter. Why? My adopted parents are named Windsor, but I don't claim that name personally. I like the name Windsor. Well, no, it's to the Lizard Queen. But yeah, you're never going to forget your dead child. Why would you, crossed over child? Why would you forget that? You wouldn't. Kamloops. Yes, Kamloops. Have you ever flown out of Kamloops? Fuck no. Castlegar, Kamloops. That's Trail Castlegar over there. Kamloops, yeah. No, further east. Anyway, Phyllis, don't think about losing a child. Never put it out there intention-wise. Never put your fears as intention. Like, I'm afraid this will happen. I'm afraid that will happen. I'm afraid la la la. Never do that. Never put your fears out there publicly. Absolutely never, because the mind doesn't know that that's a fear. It just hears you do that. So I believe Alzheimer's on an energetic level is inside the body and out. Fly out of Cranbrook. Oh my God, I've flown out of Cranbrook. When I met my birth mother, I flew into Cranbrook. That's where I flew in. Still had to take a little plane. I like the little planes better than jets, weirdly, because I can hear them working. On the jets, I don't know why they're flying. I'm like, why is that thing flying? Those double-decker jets, I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. And like something about it, Cranbrook, yeah. No, there you go, Cranbrook. There you are, friends. Yeah, my birth mom was in Cranbrook. And actually Kimberly, but that's where I flew into. So yeah, let's see, in Bama with 200% humidity. Oh my God. Oh my God. Too hot. So what I wanted to talk about, let's see. Hey, Leo season. I know I'm super excited about, I don't know what, but anyway, I'm super excited. That's all. So, okay, will you read Chris Cornell again? Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. So last night, me, Deanna, and Bobby, all three of us. So Bobby's on the text, Deanna's on the phone. Anyway, I'm coming home with groceries. And I come in the door and I put the groceries down. The kitty runs out front. Of course, Lulabelle runs out front like a mad dash for the front door, runs out. And I'm like, okay. And so I had mopped the bathroom floor, which is literally by the front door. There's a bathroom right there. So I had mopped that floor and cleaned up all her mess and washed the carpets and all of that. Not the carpets, the bath mat things for her litter and all of that stuff. And so there was nothing on the floor there, and I had to put it down, and she was outside, and there's shelves with the makeup, right? You know, for the makeup. And the shelves are up high. Like there's like 6 or 7 shelves, just little ones like this. And you put all your makeup on and towels and whatever, you know, sprays, if you want it in there, right? So something, Dan and I are talking, and something, yeah, I know. Canada's always been overpriced. So something fell on the floor, and I'm like, oh my God, someone's here, Deanna. That's what I said. Someone's here. So I look, broke my makeup, literally flew off the shelf and down. And I mean like a 4th shelf, like not a small shelf, but a 4th shelf, right? Anyway, fell on the ground, broke one of my favorite eyeshadows, and I was like, oh, good for you. Yes, good for you, Rosalinda. I think I can't even see it. But anyway, it disappeared. So something broke. It fell on the floor. And Deanna and I said one name. No, it wasn't Marilyn Monroe. It was Elvis. No, it wasn't. We said one name like that. And this person started talking. Literally. Then Bobby's on the text. And all three of us are getting this information. Oh my God. So anyway, we're getting that information, and then we're getting information. He brought a female in with him. We're getting information about that. Now here's what we got. Let's see. Makeup Sherry. Menopause ruined my life. Yeah, menopause is kind of a bitch. I do acupuncture, exercise, cut 200 calories out a day. Windsor, England, exactly. My mom was from Manchester. Anyway, so you cut down 200 calories, eat 200 calories less. Do not put salad dressing on your salad. Do not put sauces on your food. Try to eat dessert only once a week. Eat as low-calorie popcorn without chemicals on it. So like organic popcorn or organic popcorn, and just eat cups of that. Drink water, fill yourself up, then eat one good dinner. Eat 100-calorie yogurt, nothing in it, no fruit, nothing, because menopause will fuck you up. So, yes, yeah, I can't say who it was, but you guys can all read my mind. Anyway, Skinny Pop. Yeah, I don't eat what I used to eat. I literally stopped brewer's yeast. Oh, brewer's yeast. I'm like, ah. I used to drink brewer's yeast in the 80s. You remember that? I was always health conscious nut. Well, up until, I mean, early on I was, and then I went 3 years, you know, on the drug thing as a teenager. And then when I got to California, I went back on the menopause has been easier. Oh my God, having a period, the PMDD, the psychotic period shit, right? But yeah, 61, 62 next month, Lorraine. Awesome. You can't fix your eyeshadow by putting the broken pieces in the case, and then a few days later, I will. Okay, fixed. Thank you. Yeah, it came crashing down, and I was like, blah. It was my mauve palette, and I was like, oh, bummer. So it all like this. But anyway, these two people came through, and here's, I know Bergie's popcorn frightens me. I'm like, no. Wheatgrass, brewer's yeast, no thank you. But August 28th, 55. So, never dox yourself. Yeah, okay. I don't care. I'll leave my address on here publicly. I'm not afraid of doxing myself. You can find me. Anybody, I can find anybody. It's not hard to find anybody. There is no privacy, so you can, if you pay a bill, I can find your address. If you do, and you can find mine. And so what? Anyhow, what's really interesting is these two people came through. So me, Bobby, we're texting, right? Me and Dan are on the phone. Deanna's up in the garden, and I'm doing herbs for like a dream pillow. So I'm putting cloves in the pillow, and I'm putting peppermint in the pillow. So I'm picking peppermint, putting it in a case for the pillow, so I can have dreams, open the third eye more. I'm doing all of that stuff, right? And this person, so here's what we got. So when we're talking about the number one, I'm going to talk about the transference of energy between people. But when we're talking about the number one product that is sold worldwide, salmon money. Oh, Janie, how'd you know I bought salmon for my dinner? Yes, I won't be eating it tonight, but I'll be eating it tomorrow night. I bought it today. I did a salmon run and threw it in the fridge. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to go out. Bay leaves under your bed. Exactly. So I was making this, and Deanna and I are talking. Anyway, we're talking, and so the information's coming through, and it's so interesting. So the number one crop, lavender's beautiful. The number one crop worldwide, peppermint fabulous, is your children. My children, your children. It's a crop, a cash cow. More money made on children than on drugs, on pharmaceuticals, and that's really a sick thing to think about. But look at how we use children. Sweat shops, not sweat lodges, sweat shops, okay? Sweat shops, sex toys, ritualistic abuse, all of those things, okay? And food. Let's be serious. So the number one crop is that. So these people were in our heads last night. Oh, Jason and Scott. Hello to Jason and Scott. Jason. Okay, I'm talking to my Jason. And Scott. I had a little friend growing up named Scott. Don't know what happened to that kid. Only Scott I knew growing up. Tall, long legs, fast runner. Okay, so sweatshops, yeah. So they have all kinds of money, and the money goes all the way through. Every food, yes, you heard me right. Food, Google that, okay? So there's a thing that people do when cats eat themselves. It's called a certain thing that I can't say on here. No, I haven't done that. I don't usually do facials at all. Too lazy. I mean, I can barely get makeup off and get back on out the door. I can't wait that my mom pregnant 10-year-old taking the side. Oh my God. No. So the cash crop in the world is your children. Big money. When you're looking at it, they got to go in and out. I mean, obviously, we leave borders open. We leave Hannibal Lecter, that movie. That's what I'm talking about. We leave all kinds of things happening open so that it's an easy door. We're never going to stop it because too many powerful people are involved in it, right? Too many people I don't know who that is. Did you hear? Dre McCrae. I don't know who that is. Who is that? Laura, do I have to look it up? I don't know who that is. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't keep up anymore unless I know them in my personal life or have known them before. But let me look. Okay, let's see. I don't know who this person is. Should I know who this person is? You guys, I have no idea who this person is. Anyway, I'm sure she's doing something if y'all think she is. I will look it up after, but I don't want to get sidetracked. So a lot of government officials, people all over the world, royalty, we know about the Belgium royal family, we know about all kinds of things, okay? And so, oh, okay. Yeah, here's the thing. You can be whatever you want. It doesn't mean you have power or not have power. And God's always wins. God has won on the astral. And, oh, by the way, before I go on a further tangent about the two people that popped in, I never wore makeup. I'm 44. Fabulous. Good job. Yeah, you shouldn't wear makeup if you don't want to. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass. I put it on so when I get up early to go running that it's on, but my pillow looks like a rainbow color, crazy pillow, like somebody with crayons painted on it. So what I wanted to say on this channel, Ricky Martin being sued for incest. Okay, well, I'm always going to believe on the side of the child. Well, okay, technically it's not, okay. I better watch my wording with that. He adopted 2 kids. What do you think adoption is for? You don't think adoption is just to adopt. If you're in a good adopted family, then that's the exception that proves the rule. But adoption was designed to remove and distract from families taking responsibility for themselves. Okay, so if I have a kid that has a kid, I'm not going to let her adopt the baby. I'm going to bring the baby home. I'm going to keep the baby with me because no one cares about your baby as much as you do. People say they do, but I understand people are broken, drug addicts, crazy, crackheads, whatever. There's somebody in the family that can do it. Yeah. Oh, it was his nephew. Okay, if it's his biological nephew, I believe it. They're all part of the system. You don't think Ricky Martin is where he is. I'm always going to err on the side of the child. I'll apologize to the adult later. That's just how I am. Yeah, that's happens in this world a lot. That's what people, it's not a, you guys, come on. Did you ever listen to Marilyn Vanderberg Kemp? Google Marilyn Vanderberg Kemp. She speaks out on it. It's not even outrageous. 80% of these people do this. They all do it. They all come from, you think families with money, this isn't a thing? They have money. They're going to do every perverse thing that they could do in order to push boundaries because it's boring. You and I were working to pay our rent, to feed our cat, to feed our kids, to get braces, to buy a dress for prom, for a wedding, to go on a vacation to the Bahamas, Bermuda, wherever. We're doing that, Canada in my case, right? We're literally doing all of that. And then, you know, these people, they can pop on a plane, they have a plane. So these are boundaries that they cross because they can. It's doing something because they can. They feel entitled. And when you realize that this world is set up by people who feel entitled to tell us the rules of this world, when you stop listening to the government, to the quote authorities, and you don't go to college, like I said, Keith went to college on the advice of Kathy, who hired him at FX Studios because she said, I need you to take 1 year of this course before I hire you. So he specifically listened for the job that she beautifully allowed him to have so that he could have a job at 20. Okay. So he went to college for that. Jason didn't, I didn't, John didn't. We're not, why? I do fine. I don't need to do it. If you want to be a doctor, sure. But they have everybody in a rat race like that. That's funny, Vanessa. They have Ricky Martin. Yes. They have everybody in a rat race where like your kids, you're going to go to college. That means you're going to make money. No, it means you're in debt. It's reverse world. Okay. It's a lie. It's inverted. So I never encouraged my kids to go to college. I'm like, I don't fucking care what you do. If you think you want to be a doctor, do it. If you think you want to do this, do it. It doesn't make any difference to me. If you want to be a hairdresser, if you want to be a doctor, I don't care. I never pushed that. I was surprised my kids, I was actually really proud my kids graduated high school. Because that's something I never did. I didn't get out of, I was in 9th grade for a smidgen, 2 months into my 14th birthday, and I was gone. So I have no education traditionally. I'm an avid book reader. I'm a computer reader now, all of those kinds of things. So I self-educated myself and, you know, did whatever it was I needed to do. So yeah, I literally told my kids, college is bullshit. The government is bullshit. This is a lie. That is a lie. I mean, it was obvious to me. It was a smidgen of 9th grade before I left. But yeah, I got kicked out of, beginning of 9th grade. I was 13 in a private boarding school and I was expelled. And my mom was so pissed. She had to get off a yacht they were in Europe sailing and she was so pissed. She had to come get me. The school's like, you need to come get her right now. So my mom was like, and I was like, I told you I didn't want to go there. I learned to be bulimic there. That's a weird thing to say. All the girls would eat dinner and go throw up in the bathroom. And I was like, I would eat the cookies and I'm like, this is really hard work throwing up the cookies. Like, I don't want to throw up the cookies. But anyway, so when I went to public school, and for those of you in Aurora, Ontario, Dr. Williams High School. That's where I went. And then I left. Like I literally was a smidgen into 9th grade, 2 months after I turned 14 and I bailed. Okay. So there was that. I'm not saying, not the cookies. I know. I was like, I'm sorry. I really don't want to throw up the cookies. I kind of fucking they're throwing up to be thin. It was my really chubby friend that was throwing up. This is how they throw up. This is how warped our society is. They put people on camera and on magazines that are like the size of my finger. And then they tell you, you left it ninth, left year 9. Yes, there you go, Saggy girl. Yeah, don't get married. I agree with that. That's just my personal opinion. It's not a psychic thing. If your marriage works well, good. I've yet to find somebody whose marriage worked well. Yeah, I didn't want to sit and listen. Like I was like, this is not what I want to do. Thank you for that, Katrina. Thank you for that. Yeah, see, college loans. I had none of that. And I just, did what I wanted to do, traveled, had no backup, no nothing. I was constantly told you need to have a plan B no, not the birth control pill, a plan B for my life. I'm like, I have no goals in life. I literally have no goals. I want to come to California. I know I'm going to have my kids there. That's about it. I had no goals, okay? I didn't care. God will put you where you're supposed to be. So I literally went where I was supposed to be. I wanted to come to California. I wanted to run the mountains. I went to the beach. I learned more astrology, and I just was doing readings, by 20 professionally. So it wasn't like a goal. I never thought I would be doing this professionally, not this, no, not quite like this, but it was interesting. Yeah, once in divorce, single for 35 years. Wow, Lorraine, geez, yes, I know. I should have left because it's not even anyone's fault. It's 50-50 our fault, but I shouldn't have. We are conditioned to make marriage work, and it doesn't work. No, I met John here. I met John in the strip club in the Valley. I met John in the strip club. Oh, he hates it when I say that, but true story. Any of you know the Star Garden? That's where I met John. Anybody in the Valley know the Star Garden? It's kind of a dive, but that's where I was working. Topless. He makes a distinguishment. It was topless, not nude. And I'm like, well, I was at the nude club earlier in the week, and then I went there, right? So, yeah, so that's where I met him. Anyway, and that was that. And he lived in Burbank, and that's where we lived. You have to work on it. Yeah, my goal, I wanted kids. Let me change that. I wanted kids. Definitely. Tell John he needs to own it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he does need to own it. He has the shame about it. And that's what I want to talk about, energy transference. There's no Star Garden. Yes. Was 18 because there's no crotch shots. Yeah. I preferred always to work where the men were drunk. It was less creepy to me. But actually the Star Garden, I don't know that it was 18 because they did serve beer and wine. They did serve beer and wine, so I don't know about that. There were places up, the Jet Strip, all of those places, not the Jet Strip, the other one, Bare Elegance, which was 18. The all nude is 18 because there's no alcohol. See, that's just weird to me. I'm like, you're going to go in there because you're completely admitting you're a pervert and you're going to buy orange juice? That was just fucked my head up. I'm like, Canada wasn't like that. Canada was not like that. They got their liquor and everything went. Now they have sex shows in Canada. Thank God I'm not there. I wouldn't want to partake in that. But a 17-year-old, pick what they want to do for their... Yeah, I know, right? Right? I don't even know what I want to do now. I have many different goals. As I said, I'm in the middle of a new project. And so I'm designing certain things and we're getting ready to do it. So this is a new career. White Rock, British Columbia. Hi there. This is a new career for me. So I move in different career directions. I don't have to stay at one thing because we're not one thing. But this is what I wanted to talk about. Energy transference. Look, my brain. Energy transference. Because I wanted to talk. There's a lot of stuff online about... I keep saying, sorry me, a lot of stuff online about narcissists. And it's like, so, it's a cash cow talking about narcissism. But the truth is, in my opinion, that people are either at different levels of development, or Vancouver is the most gorgeous city. They're at different levels of development. They're selfish, or they're demon possessed. I really believe what they describe as true narcissists and sociopaths are literally demonically possessed people. I believe that. I know, right? I believe true narcissists have a rupture of soul and that something has attached to them. So when the energy attaches to them, oh my God, good, good, good. Hold on. Let me see about the walking. Oh crap. Oh no. Oh no, I can't see it. Good for you for walking. And thank you all for the super chats. And Tracy, overly generous, Tracy. Okay, so Tracy, email me because still I have to book your reading. And just remind me it's you because I don't even know what your email is because I don't read the emails. People email and they get so mad. They're like, I emailed you. They even served the summons to me via email. And I'm like, I don't read my email ever. Unless I'm looking for something and I scan it, but there's too many. So no, I just don't. I can't. I don't. I won't. No. Anyway, what I want to say is I think that, thanks, Olivia. Thank you for that. what I wanted to say is that the narcissists that they talk about, if they are true narcissists, understand there's different levels of people that are fucking selfish. If you're a drug addict or an alcoholic or a crackhead or a meth head or a zombie drug smoker, whatever these people are doing, you have to be sober to know if you're a narcissist, because the drugs make you act like a selfish fuck. And all you're concerned about is your fix, your fix, your fix, right? And the sun is absolutely brutal. So this is Saint Germain over 4K beige lip liner by Jonathan Blue, which is like $5. So my lip liner is $5, and then this is great. So anyway, when you're looking at drug addicts have to actually be sober before you can even tell what they are. Even if they're bipolar, manic, PMS, and no one knows, because the drugs infiltrate their body. So they're responding from the drug. The drug is responding, right? Yeah, don't fight with these people. Yeah, they're sent by those, trailer park people over here. The trailer park is sending, and I like the trailer park, so I shouldn't even say that. Whatever, zombie apocalypse is sending trolls. That's what I wanted to say, though. Somebody was writing me all these emails, and they're like, you do this, you do that. Oh, and you talk about in the name of Jesus, amen. Let me just explain to everybody on my channel, you are welcome to click the fuck off my channel, get the fuck out of my house, get out of my fucking car, get out of my life. But don't tell me which God I can talk about on this is my channel. Open your own channel and talk about your God, which I believe is probably either Satan or some other God. But somebody was like writing me a bunch of and I'm like, she's like, other people have other religions. And I'm like, yeah, but this is not their channel. It's not their house. If I have a purple house, it's my house. So I will do what I want on my channel. And that's the thing. Here's the thing. We don't have to shop in a store. Hi, Ashley. Ashley knows. Ashley got spiritually attacked when I met her. I know she knows this shit. But we don't have to shop in a store. I don't have to go to McDonald's and say, make more healthy food. I just don't eat there. Who gave me the right to go in and tell McDonald's to change their brand? The fuck is that? No, what the fuck is that? Like, no, McDonald's is McDonald's, right? So McDonald's can pump out whatever food they want. I love you too, Ashley. McDonald's can pump out whatever food they want because they're McDonald's. Starbucks does whatever they want. Granville is a great restaurant in California. It's all organic food, grilled food, fresh food. They can do what they want. They don't have to sell junk food just to appease some idiot that wants to force their opinion on a brand because they think they care. I don't care if you like my channel. You go do you, boo, and I'll do me. You do you, boo, and I'll do me. So it's, don't fight with these people, really. That's what they want. They're stupid. Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I want to talk about, energy transference. So here's the thing. Like, I'm going to eat how I eat. I'm not going to eat sauce on shit. That's a menopause thing. No sauce, no dressing, carb low ice cream, and a little bit. Don't eat a lot of carb low, though, because I do, because it'll still, calories is calories. McDonald's does have good coffee. I will agree with you. Now, energy transference. When they talk about narcissists, which I feel is demonic, true narcissists, you've got all kinds of people that want to make money. They want to be, the top celebrity, the top ice skater. They're competitive, like Tanya Harding and what's her name, Nancy Kerrigan. They'll fight each other. Well, it's Tanya that was fighting her. They will do all of that stuff in order to climb up in the 3D. But a true narcissist, I believe, which there's probably about the same amount of true narcissists as there is true people in society that want to be, that want to cut off their private parts. I mean, it's probably a specific amount of people due to a soul tie, incarnation, or some kind of trauma. Like, we're talking about your Ted Bundys and all of these people, right? So when you're looking at a narcissist, you can't, a lot of people are on drugs. They take psych meds, they're popping fentanyl, they're smoking weed all day long. Of course, you're a selfish motherfucker. They're drinking, they're doing all of these things, which will be selfish. Teenagers are selfish, right? Little kids have big hearts, but teenagers can be very selfish. Yeah, well, there are, excuse me, their cramps are no fun. There are different kinds of narcissistic people, but I would say it's like the spectrum of autism. There's people that are completely disabled, okay, in our society, that they need caretaking their whole lives, and then there's people that they say have autism that go to work, look like you, they just have quirks. So is that really autism, or is it just a different type of person? What is with the labels all the time? I mean, you can label so you know what it is. Like if somebody needs somebody, but constantly cheating can be a sex addiction. So is it a sex addiction or is it narcissism? Men, okay, the funniest thing my male friends told me is, you talk about sex addiction, all men would fuck anything. And I'm like, ah, shit, you're right. Men will do that. We're not meant to be monogamous. They tell us to be monogamous. Like, you're going to be married till death do you part. I'm not even going to wear the same shoes till death do I part. I'm not going to keep the same hair color till death do I part. I'm going to change my purse, my car, everything, but I'm not supposed to change a partner, because why? Now, I'm not saying go out and be fragrantly slutty or a whorish man, right? But why are people expected? I was married 35 years, okay? Do you not think I outgrew my marriage? Do you not think I changed? Do you not think I'm with a man since I'm 21 and I don't change? So I'm expected by the confines of a marriage to stay completely focused on the ideology of this one person who I don't agree with anymore. But I'm stuck there because of money, because of my kids. I'm not going to leave because of my kids. I wasn't going to leave my kids. And the sex addict is, yes, it's an addiction, correct, and it's usually from childhood sexual abuse. All addiction in my head is from childhood trauma. So I believe addiction is my ex-narc autistic. Yeah, well, autism also reflects, I'm sure John cheated. He's a man. I mean, I'm sorry, men, don't get mad at me. I've just never met a man that tells the truth fully, ever. So that's my experience. Don't call me a man hater. Don't do it. It's just my experience, okay? I've never met a man that, whatever they tell us men are, has never been my experience. That is my experience, okay? I'm sorry, Ashley gets that too. It's never been my experience. It's, are they violent with me? Yes. Are they verbally abusive? Yes. Are they all addicted? Yes. Did I get punched in the face? Absolutely, not by John. But go back to my childhood and father. Did they have money? Yes. Did they have executive jobs? Yes. Were they violent and alcoholic? Yes. Were they sexually abusive? Yes. So, and that's women too. And so my choices, I don't see all of them, correct. I've only been married twice and a father, but yeah, I've never met anybody. I've never met anybody who doesn't attack on that level. Because if you don't do what a man says in a relationship, and you happen to be a different kind of woman, I cannot listen to you. I'm a feral child. I ran away really young. I'm not going to listen to you. I'll listen to you, but I'm not going to do what you tell me to do, because I'm going to take care of myself as far as what I feel is better for me, because I'm a feral child. I didn't have an adult caretaking me. No one brought me to America. No one set the road up for me. No one did that. Feral, okay? Like fucking feral. And so as a result of that, I learned I mean, when I had children, that's when I got trapped. It's not that you don't want to be in a relationship, you do, but I don't ever want a man telling me like, this is what you have to do. I don't even want to consult them about where I go. I really don't want to. Yes, of course, Julia. You don't think someone runs away from home at 14 who isn't, do you? 14, they always say the child runs away. No, you go, and I was in the sex industry. So a sexually abused child is going to go into the sex industry when they're 14. What else are they going to do? What else do they know? What are they going to do, and what else do they know? So a feral key and lock child, yeah, exactly. One of those keys around their neck. But basically, it's hard for me. Like I had a lot of men will come in and they will say, I'm going to take care of you. I'm, like even Johnny's like, I'm going to look after you, so you don't have to, work, and you can take a year off. That's a trap. Never give up your work and your way of supporting yourself, because that's all you have, okay? Oh God, are you kidding me? Men do it all the time. You need to tell them what you spend, what you do, you know, whatever. I just got you. Yeah. I mean, John wasn't hugely bad like that, but you still, if you go out and buy a car, you have to consider the other person. I don't want to consider the other person. I don't give a shit. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not here to, no. Now, if it's open and it's my money, why can't I buy a fucking car, right? Why do I need to even discuss it with you? I hated being married. Yeah, but I loved my children. I did not like the alcoholism. I did not like the family. I did not like, oh my God, please, please stop this, you stupid person. Okay. I don't know. There. Anyway, I do not want to discuss that, okay? I don't want to discuss stupid shit like that, right? I don't want, I mean, I don't want to get into a 5-hour argument over a phone number I called on a bill and they think it's somewhere else and are investing. That happened before I had kids. Arguments, days on end, and I didn't realize, okay? And I fight back because I'm feral. I'm an easy target. When you're a runaway, ladies, you're an easy target. When you're in the sex industry, you're an easy target. You are already broken. That's what they don't teach us. Run away from home, right? Run away from home, save yourself. If you save yourself, you need to do, I'm a free spirit. Don't fucking tell me shit. It makes me very uncomfortable with a man around because I got to look after them. They don't. I have to do the caretaking. They may pay the mortgage. That's the one thing they do pay. But the rest of it, I got to fucking look after your ass. And I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to discuss it. I don't want to hear what your parents say. I don't care if your other kids like me. I don't want to hear shit out of their mouths. Like, who the fuck are they? So you're locked into something when you have kids, and it's a huge problem, okay? You really, okay, remove. Hold on, remove. I do not know how to block this on here. I cannot see the blocking. But anyway, it's a real problem in our society. So here's the problem. Don't feed the troll. The troll after 30 years. Yeah. Oh my God. Right. So if you like your marriage and you like all of that stuff, and that's good for you. I didn't find it to be productive for me. Okay. I found it not to be productive because I constantly had to defend myself. Yes, the star card still exists. Yes, it does. I had to defend myself. I had to defend myself. I had to completely. I was told, prove it. They're invested in fucking with you. I don't want to do it. I don't want to see you on the couch fucking laying on your back like a piece of shit drunk. I don't want to see it. So this is a problem in marriage. You are stuck with what you marry when you're 21. You move in, 22. Do you really know with somebody? I mean, I'm 22. I know shit. I know, but we got to admit, John did say I was worldly. He did say, oh my God, this guy keeps switching appointments. Hold on. I actually have a business appointment tonight. Yes, confirm. Oh, fuck. Yes, confirm. Sorry. Confirmed. Yes. Okay. So, it's kind of interesting in our society, but let's talk about energy transference. Okay. So when they're talking about a narcissist comes in the house, or actually alcoholism is kind of a satanic addiction. In my older men always say that. Oh my God, prove it. Shut the fuck up. You know what I said after I left John? This is the funniest thing. Probably a couple of months ago. It's after Keith died. He said something that I knew to be true. Like I knew it. It was some benign thing. Like, I went to the 99-cent store and I bought this. I turned around and I said, fucking prove it. And he just looked at me like this. I said, that's right, bitch, prove it. Prove it, like that. I said, how's it feel? Prove it. And he just shut me right down, but he didn't mention it again. I got so sick of hearing that. You run around trying. I did it with something stupid. Like, I got a Coca-Cola at the 99. It was about the 99 cents. So I'm like, prove it. Well, I did. Prove it. Everything you said, prove it. It was hilarious. No, I mean, it's funny. I know the 99-cent store is even funnier. But I was just like, prove it. You prove it. Prove it right now. Oh, I got so sick of it. I had no way out though. Literally, I was not going to leave my kids. They're the only thing that mattered to me in my life. So here's the thing. I'm thinking of women. I can do without the man, but I wanted the children. Like if the man was nice all the time, I could be with the man, but nobody's nice all the time. Not man, not women. So how about we do a society where we can have children and we have two homes and we can cohabitate as we like, but we're not stuck daily with an energy that makes you crazy and you want to fucking punch it out. He wanted to punch me out too. So I the prove it phase, I know, right? I just literally would have preferred to have my children and not have the man. But yeah, I honestly, like I regret marriage. I don't regret my children. That's the truth. Okay, here's the question. John was good with the boys, but when you're telling the boys shit about their mother behind their back and calling their mother a two-bit whore in front of them, that is, you are a good father. You are a good father to the boys, but you are also an abusive father because they are half their mother's gene pool. So while you're attacking the mother, okay, and saying shit behind bully pulpit, yes, oh my God. When you're attacking the mother, how good a father are you that you, like, okay, no matter what, I know it's abuse. Are you kidding me? This is what he said after Keith died. I called Jason and I said I wanted to have Jason come for dinner, and he's like, well, he won't come. They never come. I had to pay them to come to your birthday. That's the shit that he told me. So I said to him, why are you paying your own children to spend family time? Why would you set that up? Or is that just bullshit out of your mouth? So when you say shit like that to your partner, I never told my kids their dad was a piece of shit. Never. He's a saboteur. Oh, big time. Fucking, oh, terribly emotionally. How do you think those boys, oh, it was, yeah, no, if you attack them, I never did that. When Jason would go off on his dad, and I don't, you got to stop. How do you block? What do you push to block? Oh, there you go. I think that means they're ready. How do you push this to block this? I don't know. Anyway, it was, of course he was doing that in front of the kids. Of course he was doing that. I had no recourse. I had no way. I just would eat dinner in the car, go upstairs, shut the door. And how do we get rid of this? Somebody tell me what to push to block this person. Okay, remove. Put user, there, put user in timeout. I have no idea how to block. I can't see a block. It doesn't tell you a block thing, right? It doesn't tell you how to block on that. Anyway, there's a lot of elements when it comes to a marriage. You are not a good partner if you're going covertly behind, yeah, exactly. Why do you love men? I love men. I have many male friends. You know, I like sex. I like all of that stuff. But I do not like being bullied or told that I have to be in a partnership with somebody. I'm going to be me, you be you. I'm going to bug you with what you're doing. Don't bug me. So when I'm looking at it, hold on. Oh, fuck. Fuck, hold on. Hold on, this guy's bugging me currently. So, anyway, the three, yeah, I can't see it. So so press on the person's name and you can do it 300 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to go over to this phone. Anyway, if you are a parent, male or female, and you badmouth the other, I don't know what he is. I don't know what he is. I have no idea, but all I know is you can, yeah, good eggplant's good, but you can't critique the other parent in front of the children because you're damaging your children. And I did not do that. A rabbit and a bee. Jade, that's hilarious. I literally can't judge if someone is a good parent when they turn around and badmouth and belittle the mother underneath and then fight with the mother to the point of a nervous breakdown. So you may be a good father, right? You may be a good father, but the fact that you're saying shit behind the, why do you hate men, B? Why don't you tell us? Anyway, you can't you can't be a good parent and badmouth the other parent to the kids, because the kids are half that parent. So it's kind of interesting. It is kind of interesting. So when you say good parent, yes, but you're supposed to protect the mothers. But no, trust me, in my marriage, I just like on here, I got literally attacked for being sober, attacked for all kinds of things, attacked for not doing drugs. My kids actually thought I'm weird for being sober and not drinking. Like, they mock me. Their father mocked me. They mocked me. He says he doesn't. And if he had to discipline them, and I'm going to stop talking about him, if he had to discipline them and they said something shitty to my face, he would say, he would never defend me in front of them. Never. He would say, I talked to them when you weren't here, which means he didn't talk shit to them. Yes, he never said it in front of me. There's maybe 2 times I can remember. And I mean, they said some shit about my being sober and about, just, and when I left the marriage, just to tell you, drinking is not awesome. When I left the marriage, it was very interesting because my children were under the impression that I gave my money away and I was taking their inheritance and I was doing all of that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That comes from their father, period. That comes from their father. That's emotional abuse used to terrorize the children, that they're not going to get an inheritance. Hello? Yes, my kids criticized me for being sober, and so did their father. That just happened a month ago. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And I'm made fun of because of that. And personally, I'm attacked for being sober, literally. He blamed me for, he did. He said the kids wouldn't get their inheritance because I was divorcing him. First of all, to all of the idiots that say that, male or female, no kid gets an inheritance until the parent is dead. And then it will be in a divorce, split it into 2. And each of those parents are not obligated to give the kids shit. They can give it to a cat farm or a fish farm or a blueberry farm, whatever. So they can, I can tell what the kids, I can tell. So it's interesting. It's just, don't worry about these people. They're from the trailer park, in the most negative sense of trailer parks. But it's very interesting. Anyway, about energy transference, let's look at it in a different way. So if you're in a house and with a narcissist or an alcoholic or an addict, they are invested in projecting onto you because, yes, meth is terrible, terrible. Don't be sorry. I got out of the marriage. I'm free. No matter what you do, I'm out of the marriage. It took me 33 years and I lost my son and, that was it. But look, it took me 33 years to understand why our marriage didn't work. So Jason's a child. Jason has to learn for himself. He's bonded with that parent and that, there's nothing I can do about it. It's parent alienation. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. If you don't like me, you don't like me for whatever reason, and that's fine. They were committed, mocking me, calling me crazy, saying all kinds of shit, and then I tried to be nice after Keith died. I really did. I took care of things. I paid bills. I did all of those things that I could do, and it was just difficult. Oh my God, I would never, I'm telling you, one of my friends is like, don't you want to get married? A guy friend, don't you want to get married? Don't you want to live with anyone? And I'm like, no, I do not. You don't want to no, I do not. And now you're fucking screaming at me. So it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. There was no respect in our household. And I literally had no respect for John. Every time he opened his mouth, my goal was to attack. However, at the end of the marriage, I stopped doing that, but it's very hard. Now here's energy transports, because it's not about him. Let's talk about people. Let's talk about people who, the dads control everything. The dads control. Okay. So understand Granville. Yes. Granville Island. I went out on Jackie's boat down there. Yes. I went out on the boat down there, got Starbucks, and Jackie and I went out on her boat and traveled around. You have to really watch. In my family, they weren't. I didn't get held or hugged after my son died, except by my son's friends, not by John. He screamed at me. He berated me. He fucked with my head. So hi, Katrina. Hi, Katrina. Katrina's a Virgo, y'all. So you know who you are, and it doesn't matter. It's peer pressure in the house, 3 boys. But it was interesting. It was so interesting. because when you're talking, I'm going back to Joe Jackson style. Yeah, fuck them kids up. Well, he's got 4 fucked up kids. You know, without saying it, he had a son that died of a drug overdose. He has a daughter that married a formerly bisexual gay man who's not. I guess he's bisexual. Why is that a good choice? Who encourages a daughter to marry that? Oh, love? Why do you think that's love? Oh, it's money? Okay. So there's that. And then there were my boys. So we got one dead on a motorcycle that no one told me he had until I walked into the house and saw it. And then we got 4 kids that believe in drugs and shit. I don't. I told them no. They all laughed at me. All of them. So they like literally made it like I'm a crazy bitch, you know, who's making up shit. And then John would say, well, you know, Jimmy didn't really die of an overdose. He died of an allergy to cocaine. I got the death certificate. He would not tell his children that. He would not tell his children. And when he did tell his children, my Keithy said to me, my dad said to you, said, if he hadn't have married you, his son wouldn't have overdosed. And John said, if I hadn't have had other kids, maybe Jimmy wouldn't have overdosed. Who told you to marry someone younger than your kids and have other children? Certainly not my fucking problem, right? Certainly not my problem, right? So that's like an energy. He's trying to get over his, God damn it. Hide user on this channel, put user. I do not know how to fucking do this. Okay. Anyway, I got to do it after. I'll have to block after. So that's a transference. Okay. So no, he said there was, I don't know. I don't think Jimmy made himself overdose. No, I know Jimmy was an addict because I picked him up out of the hospital 5 times while I was pregnant. I didn't see John there but once. So I went and picked him up and got him out. He would always tell me, go get Jimmy from the hospital. Go get Jimmy from the hospital. Go get Jimmy from the hospital. You know, oh, don't worry about him. A lot of people are like that. I am not the only one. Every single one of my friends, with the exception of a few, have gone, he is sick. It is sick what he said. Absolutely. Of course I was a scapegoat. Here's the problem. When you grow up in an abusive home and you're the scapegoat, you're going to marry and be a scapegoat. That's what you're going to be. So you have to go to therapy to clear the trauma from your energy fields. That's the point. The trauma is in your energy field. That's the problem. So if you don't clear it from the energy field, you will marry it, you will birth it, you will live it, and you will continue to keep doing it, right? So but they don't tell you that. They say go to therapy, but they don't work on clearing it out of healing it. I thought if I ran away from home and found a nice man that had kids, that would be good. You know, that would be good, right? He had kids were alive, kids had jobs, had a house, all of those things, probably was working and conscientious that way. I had not healed me, or I would have never gone down that direction. Now, there is some karma connected to it because I did see my kids on his back. Yeah, scapegoats, we climb mountains. I'm very clear now. You get one chance to say that bullshit and you're cut. So yes, a good therapist helps you heal it. But I'm also talking about the physical trauma in the physical body. That is why I run. The physical trauma. Every time he opened his mouth, I went outside and ran. Every time he said something, I went outside and ran. All I was doing was hiking. I literally left my kids and I couldn't stand it. There were good points and there were bad points. And I'm sure it's the same for him. I'm not his kind of woman either. I'm not going to sit in a bar and drink and do that. He prefers to talk to those people. So meaning that's him. I am not that kind of person. So we didn't do a lot together except for 1 or 2 nights on the weekend because he's in a bar. I'm not going to be in a bar, but I'm also not going to do what he wants me to do just because I want him to not cheat and I want to be married. I'm going to literally ignore him and just do my own shit because I can't get out of it. So cellular memory, absolutely. Yeah. You know what was really sad? I was at the restaurant having dinner and John was there and he said hi to his friend and there was a young woman sitting next to the friend. So the friend was a woman that looked younger than me and she said hi to John and they were talking. And I said on the way out, I said, who's the girl? It's a friend of his friends without mentioning names. Immediately, I am 55, okay? And I recognized that girl, oh my God, she's spending her time sitting on a bar stool with men that are at least 20, 30 years older than her. And she is doing that. She looked good. She had nice hair, all of that shit. What the hell is that? What is that, lady? You're in trauma. Get the fuck out of there. Like, that is not a good thing. No, it was very sad. That is not a, I don't know if she's a, I don't call anyone a hussy. I don't care how many people women have sex with. I don't care how many people men have sex with. I'm assuming you're going to have sex. If you're in an addiction, you are never telling the truth and you are never faithful. She had trauma. What is she wasting her life doing that? What are you doing? So it's over 100 in England. Geez. Yes, but see, we call them, it's childhood trauma. She's actually reenacting childhood trauma. She might be a sugar baby. Yeah, she could. See, why do we call women gold diggers? That's another thing. I still haven't talked about energy transference. That's another thing. Why do we call women gold diggers? I got called that when I was younger. Here's the thing. Women are trading looks and men have money. If men didn't have money, there wouldn't be gold diggers. If men didn't approach women and go, look what I have, and the woman, that's to lure them in. So the men are setting that up. The women are beautiful. The women are beautiful and they have, see, daddy issues. Here's the problem with the word daddy issues. Why are we not beating the shit out of her father for being a shithole parent? And why is she living in trauma? Because her father was a douche. Why is she living in trauma? Because her father was a douche. I'm serious, okay? Why? Why is she doing that? It's the father's problem. He's the piece of shit that raised that girl to sit in a bar like that because of whatever trauma the family in childhood imposed. And that's the same with John's family. You can lie all you want about how you had a good family, but you are not an alcoholic sitting in a bar for fucking 60 years if you actually had a good family and not doing anything. There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you and you're in denial about it. So you're living in... I'm the opposition. I can't be bought and men hate it. Oh yeah, I can't be bought either. I know. That's what John's family said, gold digger. I'm like, he's poorer than the family I grew up in. Like, I got more money on the weekend than this fucker makes. He was very wealthy, but I came from a wealthier family. So I was like, I'm not even thinking gold digging with that. Like, it's not even, I don't want what you have. I'm not even thinking about that, buddy. But they like to say it because you're younger. What they should be saying to any man, sober is very fucking powerful. It's generational trauma. That's bingo. That it's not handed on by generation down to generation as in bloodline. It's trauma, family trauma. It's trauma. That's what it is. But here's what's so interesting. They call you like gold diggers. Well, you should really ask if a man is 20, 30, 40 years older than the woman that he's marrying, why he has an adult pedophilic mindset with somebody that's his children's age. You should actually be asking what kind of man thinks it's fair to a woman to date down 20, 30 years, thinks that that's okay, and that woman has to stay with that man, and that he can, what it is that man thinks he can control and mold that woman. I'm not saying you can't love. I'm not saying you can't love them. I'm not saying any of that. But I am literally asking you. I'm a woman. I'm 55. I am not going to marry somebody my son's age, period. End of conversation. It's not going to happen. And Jason would kill them, okay? Platinum digger. Excuse me, I'm a platinum digger. It's miss. But it's control because the imbalance of power is so out of whack. Why the fuck are you dating someone your daughter's age? What is wrong with you? Oh, nothing is wrong with you? You fell in love, honestly? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're a gold digger, but it's a looks digger. And you think you can fucking beat that woman or batter them or control them and that she's going to listen to you. That's what you think. Okay? I fought back. I never stopped fighting back. But that damages the kids, okay? My ex started seeing a 29-year-old, my daughter. Yes! Who does that? And then lets the daughter in the family beat up the fucking, I don't even know what you said. The daughter attacks you and the dad lets it happen. You need to correct your child because you're the fucker that brought me into the house he is irritating. Oh my God. He's very irritating. But you're the asshole that married someone younger and caused the chaos in your family. You should tell your bitch kids not to attack your new wife because that's on you. You need to take culpability for that. You need to do that, okay? You need to do that. So that's really interesting, right? You need to fucking do that. So yeah, I'm a platinum digger actually. At this point in my life, there's nothing you can offer me that I want. So like I have to like you. That's it. I've always had to like you. I've had to like you, right? So yeah, no, he never had respect for me. Never. Not an ounce of respect. You wouldn't talk to your kids that way. So you have never had an ounce of respect. But having said that, energy transference, let me get to the fucking point. The point is energy transference. So when we're talking about people, let's say you're a child and your mother's a narcissist. Okay, what they call a narcissist, a selfish person, a psychopath, a person without their mental faculties, a mean bitch, a troll, whatever your mother is. If your mother starts telling you you're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're not going to amount to anything, like Cinderella, just look at it like Cinderella, right? If your mother is like that, she is transferring her own 33, no, John was married twice, one, and so was I. I was married for 4 months, and then I'm still married to him. This is going on year 35 with him. He was married for 17 years the first time, and then to me. And I don't even believe that, but I think it was 17 years. I mean, his kids were grown and they divorced when they were like 14. So actually he was married 14 years. I don't know why I want to say 17. I don't know where I got that from. Anyway, both of us, did John ever listen to you? Yeah, I'm sure he did, but he always usurped his own. It depends. It depends. You know, when you're alcoholic, yes, they do listen to you, but then they don't, right? It's generational trauma. That's what it is. But getting back to energy transference, if you have a mom that is abusive, yeah, they're my Miller time, exactly. If you have a mom that is abusive and she talks to you like Cinderella, like the story of Cinderella, and you're a little kid, 5 or 6, she has literally told you what you're going to be. If you call a 7-year-old a whore, they're going to be a whore in some way. Yeah, there's good about John. I mean, there's good. We did have fun times. But when you're like that, when you are like that and you speak like that, I can't see the good in you because you did that. So any good thing you say with your shitty behavior over here, I may love you, but I can't be around you. So you made me leave after 33 years because you refused to stop screaming at me in a drunken rage. You made me walk out. You wanted me to leave. That's what you wanted me to do. You couldn't admit that or have the balls to do it. So you just thought you'd scream at me. Problem is, when you have any kind of a healer person, empath, psychic, you know, anybody in the metaphysical, here's the problem. They're going to try to fix you, or people with a lot of Virgo planets. I have Virgo in the first house. Not a Virgo rising, but Virgo in the first house. I'm going to try to stay there to make it work. I'm going to try to fix it. I'm going to try to look nice. I'm going to try to do that. And it's to your detriment to try to fix anybody. Never, you cannot fix anybody. You can offer the horse, lead them to water, but you cannot make them drink. So the problem with that is anybody who is at all vulnerable from child abuse is not going to want to run away when they have kids. They're going to stay stuck. So that's a problem. Well, I could rewrite the Akashic records, but Keith is dead now. So my life's blown up. I don't care. You know, I mean, no, he's not. He doesn't look like a bad guy. Well, what does bad look like? What does bad look like? There's bad people all over the place, and I'm sure they don't look it per se. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm saying we don't match, and it was very detrimental for both of us. But I am saying you're not good when you're talking behind the other parent's back like that. That is not a good thing. So that isn't a good thing. So here's the thing. Yes, men, that's the thing. Why are you dating somebody your fucking kid's age? That's on you, buddy. I'm sorry. I never wanted to say that before because I know why I'm dating somebody older. I don't even know why I'm dating somebody older, to tell you the truth. I don't know why I dated at all. But I don't know why. I don't know why I got married. I made a promise to myself at 15 never to fucking get married, okay? But it's just funny. So you have to literally understand your trauma, even if you're 14. And yes, Ted Bundy was good looking. They say, I mean, I know he was a killer, so I can't see him as good looking. And John is nowhere near that, and neither am I. So yeah, it's disrespect 101, but that's to gain power and control. So they're all about, yes, demonism, exactly. Controllers are all about gaining control over you, and I'm very hard to control. You may control me and you may weaken my state of mind, at certain points, but not for long. I'll never stay down for long. So there you go. So when you're looking at energy transference, go back to somebody who is like Cinderella. Go back to that person and go back to them as a point of view. Cinderella, the way she was treated. So she grows up and marries the prince. But is the prince good to her? Because her judgment is just about the prince. The prince probably keeps her trapped in a tower and fucks with her head. And she's probably a maid to the prince because she did not clear that trauma. So when we're talking about energy transference, we are talking about people who tell you what they are. It's like people who write emails and they tell you, or they comment on here and they tell you, you are this, you are that, you are la la la, my dog stepped on a bee, you are, you are a this, you are a that, you are this, that, and the other. They are trying to tell you what they are. They think that you're going to listen to it. Like, you will do this. You will do. No, I won't. I don't fucking listen to you. I don't fucking listen to anybody. I listen to myself and my God. In the name of Jesus, amen. Again, my channel, and we're Christian on this channel. Not crazy Christian. I never went to church. I pray to God. I never said John was bad. I never said that. I said we do not get along and I do not like alcoholism. I'm going to fight with you when you're an alcoholic because I can't stand it. When I have kids, I'm going to stay married to you because I don't want to leave my fucking kids and I'm not willing to fight you like I'm fighting you now in a divorce, which is redundant and ridiculous. So it's that. But now if I had to do it again, I would live in a separate house because I would have been a better parent because I wouldn't be arguing with him all the time. And yes, I could have chosen not to argue. But I couldn't. Sorry, I had to argue back. No, I'm not a Sag rising. I'm a Leo rising with Pluto and Uranus in the first house. I have a Sag decadent on some of my Leo planets, late degree Leo planets. But yes, in the name of Jesus, amen. So somebody, when they email me on this channel, oh, thank you so much, Rita. That's so nice of you. Thank you. You and Tracy are the big tippers. I can't stand alcohol and pork. Me neither. I cannot. So the energy transference, thank you so much, Rita, for that. The energy transference is when somebody, so I'll give you an example. Somebody the other night, well, he had my kids saying that to me. He had my kids saying it. He had Keith telling me that to my face and then denying. He said, well, Keith said that on his own. No, Keith didn't say that on his own. Why would Keith even think that? That's bullshit. So it's subversive control over me, but you can hate me. Keith is dead now. So like, I care what you say. I don't care. Keith can see. So it doesn't matter. And Jason will learn to see or he won't. And he'll see once he crosses over, once we're all gone. Everybody will see what they've done. So we will be accountable, including myself, when we cross over, right? So I'm a triple Leo. Sun, moon, and rising. I'm apologizing right now for that. With Virgo in the first house, Pluto and Uranus. That's right. Sexual abuse. Saturn in the 8th house in Pisces. Okay. So anyway, when we're looking at emails, when we're looking at easily suggestible people, for example, in a cult, let's say like a Mormon cult, we're looking at people who are easily suggestible. So if you tell a group of people that are vulnerable, maybe they lost their children, okay? Maybe their spouse died, maybe their parents died, and maybe they feel lost. That's what Scientology is about. You fill out that form. Do you ever feel like you could do better? Yes, I do, but I can't seem to do better, right? Whatever. This world won't promote it, but yes, I do. So when they get you in a vulnerable state, no, I didn't get more tattoos yet. I'm waiting for Ruger to go back to work. It might be a couple more. I'm sorry, Ronnie. Oh my gosh. You can talk about it, Ronnie. You can talk. It's not your issue. It's their issue. You don't have to keep it secret. That's part of that's part of the trauma in this world is the abuse of children. The number one cash crop on the planet is children. So anyway, when you're talking about energy transference, it's like somebody says to you, you will do this. Thank you. You will do this. You are that. Okay. So the other night when I was talking, somebody's like, you're wrong when you're doing this. You're competitive. There's other religions. That's trying, and I bet you're so angry and paranoid. Now it's interesting. You can tell what they're trying to say when they say that. They're trying to put their opinion of me on me. I reject your opinion on me, of me, okay? I know who I am. God knows who I am. So YouTube gets a cut of everything. That's just the way it is right now. I know who I am, and you know who I am. Meaning you're going to have your opinion of me anyway. I could be the nicest fucking person on planet Earth. And trust me, I'm not competitive. I'm hard pressed. You're hard pressed to find me working. And I, again, have introduced you to Deanna, who I feel is the absolute best psychic I've ever met, and a direct channel in my life. Okay? I do not gatekeep my friends. I am not paid to give out these things. So I know I'm not leaving, but like what I was saying is I can if I want to, because I'm not under obligation to do anything. And if I say that when people are being bitchy, then that's what I'm doing. I'll leave if I want to. I do what I want to do. If it's not fun for me, I'm leaving. If I'm going to get a bunch of trolls, then I'm going to tune out for a while. But I figured out how to block them, so it's okay. The idea that someone is telling me what I am, unless you're racing up a mountain, I got a race in September. I will be competitive there, but I will not be competitive with people that are not in my age group. Now, this is interesting because that race categorizes you from 50 to 60. So I'll compete with them. I'm not going to compete with a 30-year-old. And just to clarify for the fucking troll that said it, literally, I have never called myself a spiritualist. I don't think Deanna's in here. She doesn't really do all of this. But our schedules are open online, so she's open online. Deanna is the best psychic I know. That is who I went to as my son was dying and on my way to find my son. And I've known her 30 years. I always encourage her. Okay? Bobby, amazing. I encourage Bobby. If you need a private investigator, Bobby. If you need to talk about a murder, I'll send you straight to Detective Stacy, okay, in homicide. Because these people are authentic and they are absolutely amazing and they are helpful. I will never, she's off of my website on the readings right now till hers is up. She's on mine till hers are up. And no, I don't take a cut, okay? It's for her. It's for her to have. You know, till hers is up. Hers is being built by the same person who built mine. So she's busy doing that. She's never wanted a website. She's been word of mouth. So, oh, I'm sorry, Nancy. So anyway, when I got overwhelmed, I asked her, could you please help me? So she's actually doing me a favor because I cannot get to everybody. You know, and Brian's reading people doing the astrology. I cannot do it. Oh, God, Mellow Yellow, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. That's a hard thing. Hard to walk in on your relative. No, Deanna is exceptional. So if I'm competitive, then I'm assuming I'm not doing things like that. I know my place on the planet and I know where I am. And personally, we're all gifted at whatever we do. So for somebody to do that, that's what they're doing. And then bring up the words, you call yourself a spiritualist. I've never called, no, Deanna's not Lila's mother. That's Kenna. Deanna's my best friend. That's McKenna is Lila's mother. Kenna does makeup, but now she does makeup. She's always done makeup. Anyway, when you're talking about that, I've never called myself a spiritualist. That's not what I am. I didn't grow up in a church. I always had a connection to God. I always spoke to God. I always believed in Jesus, and that is who I pray to. That's just me. My family were agnostic. Did not, I mean, when I was born, I don't know what they did before. So, yes, I know what happened to my son. Everybody on here knows what happens to my son. I got the death threats before Keith died. That was like a fact. My family knew it. I logged them. I didn't know Bobby at the time. I kind of didn't believe them. I got warned a couple of times on the trail. And on Lila's birthday, I started to hear the words, you're going to bury one of your sons by September. So I started to speak it out loud. I did not know which son. I did not. Yeah, but I don't call myself spiritual. I don't say I'm anything. I say I talk to God. I'm under the umbrella of God. I don't pretend to be anything. I'm just a chick that came from Canada that was a stripper that does what I do. That's it, and hikes. I have nothing more. Not this channel. I started to get something out of my skin. That's it. But anyway, I received death threats, and then Keith was run off the road. We have part of the tape. We have part of the tape. We do not have the middle tape, and then we have the end of the tape. So we have a Ring doorbell over here, and we have the beginning of the car coming out over here. And all the witnesses that saw in between saw different parts of it. So Bobby is very well aware and wrote the most amazing case write-up for the lawyer, okay? So we're very, very well aware of this, okay? So yeah, the guy in the I actually filmed that guy, and he like lowered his head and backed off. I knew I was in trouble. I had like 3 miles to the top of the trail straight up. I knew I was in trouble with him. And they always show up with a boxer dog. It's spirit jumping into the body of somebody. That's transference too. If they want to get you, they're on the astral level, and they can send out any kind of entity into a person's physical who's open to it. If you're promiscuous a lot, if you're on a lot of drugs, you're not even aware of what's in your body. So don't go telling me you're all fucking you're all like this, that, and the other. You're smoking weed. 2 people on the trail. I'm talking in 2000. He could have been. I don't really know. I don't know it. I know what we know, which I'm not, because we're going into a lawsuit at the moment. But I know what I know. And it's interesting. Keith is working on the other side. It's fine. Except that I don't have my son, and Jason doesn't have his brother, and John doesn't have his son, and his friends don't have him. But I was threatened back then. So just to bring that up, after the trolls started coming after me here, it's if you're going to say this over here and then do this like this, and I'm getting threats again, I actually have to take that seriously. So that's been marked with the police, because I did it with Keith. But who do I prove who's threatening me? There's anonymous IPS addresses and this and that. So, no, it wasn't that at all. Actually, luckily, Officer Stacy got the tape from the neighbor who had Keith crossing the intersection 3 houses before he died, and we were able to gauge the speed. So Stacy took the tape from the traffic division, took it to her homicide division, and had her traffic division look at the speed that Keith was going. That's the first thing. Yes, that is her name. That is the first thing that Stacy did for me, and that is the first thing that she called and told me. This was the speed limit, but this was the speed that Keith was going, okay? So it wasn't a high rate of speed. He was not going over 60 miles an hour on a motorcycle. It's true the speed limit was 40, but motorcycles get 10 over, so he was going 10 over that, and it was somewhere between 55 and 60. According to that, Stacy was the one that had that gauged for me, so that I had no doubt about what was going on with that. And then both Bobby and Lucas, and that's what they do, they follow the timestamps, and they are certified to go into court and say that. So no, Keith was not going at a high rate of speed. Not what you think. Not what would be suggested. So no, that wasn't it. That's in the documentation for the court case by legally binding people. Okay, yes, motorcycles get 10% over. That's what they said in Los Angeles. Somebody just said that to me. So, I've got that guy's film, and we've got it there. And, we have a couple of witnesses saying he was going 40 miles an hour. He wasn't. He was going closer to like 50, if anything. But we have witnesses saying he was going 40 and then downshifted and ran the fuck off the road. But that witness didn't see the car that pulled out like this. The camera catches it, and then there was a van that did a U-turn. So I don't know which caused it, because I'm missing the footage in the middle that one of the witnesses, his camera didn't work, but it was on his camera. So it's interesting. It's not, whatever you study is fine, Deidre. I'm just saying I'm Christian. I don't care what other people do. I have friends that are Satanists. It's not my job. You do whatever you want to do, and I'm going to do what I want to do. But don't come on my channel and tell me what to do. Don't come into my house and tell me what to do. Like, I don't tell you what to do in your house. It's your house. I respect the rules in your house. So it's that. Thank you. Aw, thank you. I am a believer in God. I've always known there's a God. God brings the psychic gifts. Deanna believes in God. Deanna and I have done, we've cleared out demonic energy out of houses, and she constantly is reading the scripture while when we work together. That's what she's doing. She knows the scripture better than I am, but that's what we're doing. Thank you, Nola girl. Thank you so much for that. John of God is a baby farmer. So yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, but you're not entitled to tell me what I am. So remember that when somebody in your life, I hope to God, I believe we are going to be able to get out of the reincarnation trap. I feel when somebody in your life, this is just my feeling energetically, when somebody in your life is invested in calling you whatever it is that they are, and they're trying to put their shame, their guilt, their, yeah, I think many psychics do. When they're trying to do that and to put it on you, I think no, he's not of God. He called himself that. I think when they try to put their intention onto you, I think that that's a problem, okay? I feel like that's a problem. So what I do, if somebody says, you know, you're a two-bit whore, which God said to me a lot, I'm like, you're a two-bit whore. I know you are. I know you are. I will throw it back at them verbally. So whatever you're saying I am, unless I agree with it, and I choose not to agree with what you think of me. So they can arrest people and put them in the paper and run them through the mud and say they are this and that, whatever it is, right? They can do that. And the person who is being accused can turn around and say, I reject that. That is not who I am, because they know who they are. I know who the fuck I am. So there's nothing, I know when I'm being competitive, and it's when I'm running up a fucking hill. it's when I'm running up a hill. I don't talk about money on this channel. I get down to 90 bucks in my bank account. Bobby knows this. I got to go borrow money from my friend down the street until I go back and I do some readings and earn it. I don't do that. I don't care to work like that. I work as I choose to work. If I feel like I want to work, then I'll work. And before Keith died, I worked a lot more than now. I don't feel like I want to work now. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to hike first. I don't get paid to hike. I just like to hike. So that's the point. When I need to pay my rent, I work. That's how I do it. Okay. That's how I do it. So if somebody says I'm this or that, I'm like, okay, whatever you think. But here's the caveat. You don't get to come on my channel and tell me what I am in that kind of way. I can block you because this is like my house. You're coming into my house. So I will fucking block you whether you like it or not. You have no control over what I do. And that's a control freak. I'm also not going to go on somebody else's channel. And there's many people I watch and I'm like, what the fuck are they saying? There's many, 5 is very changeable. Thank you, Katie, for that. There's many people's channels where I listen to it and I'm like, what the hell are they saying it? Like, what are they saying? I don't go on their channel and call them, you know, a cocksucker. I don't do that. I just click off. Here's the thing. Click off. You don't have to watch it. I don't watch the news. I don't like Anderson Cooper. I don't like Don Lemon. Am I turning on Don Lemon and calling whatever it is, CNN, and saying, fuck Don Lemon? No, I don't care. I don't watch it. If I don't like it, I don't watch it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you that you think your opinion is that important to usurp into somebody's life and force them down their throat? That's ridiculous transference. And just because, and here's what the person said, I just quote this. Oh, sure. This is paraphrasing. Take your anger and your paranoia. That's trying to insert that I'm angry and paranoid, which I'm not angry and paranoid. I want to speak what's happening. I'm going to speak facts, and I'm animated and I'm shiny and I'm fucking fun and I'm a fast runner and they don't like that either. And I'm sober and they don't like that either. And I'm happy and my cat and I love each other. Lila's a rascal. What do you want? So they said that, and then they're like, it sounds like it is pride. I have pride in what I do. I've worked very fucking hard to get here. I have worked really hard to get here. So I deserve, and I know my worth, and you're not going to tell me what I am. But when you say you're so angry and paranoid, you're just going to shut your YouTube channel down and keep the fun to yourself. Do you not see that's trying to put an intention on me with words? Mental patient, it's not going to work. Because I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And I have my own website and people will find me and I'll still make a living in spite of you. Sorry, but it's true. Now, getting back to last night before I go. So anyway, I'm checking the time just before I have to drive. So last night, right, before I went, I went shopping, I came home. So I'm talking to Deanna, and because we missed our calls all day, and then texting Bobby, right? So when I walked in, the makeup was broken. It went off and I went, shit, Deanna, someone just threw the makeup off the 4th thing. And the cat was outside. It was not her. So we immediately picked up who it was, and it was a guy. And then the guy brought a girl through. And so we got a lot of, I know, mental patient. You're a mental patient if you do that. Thank you, Christina. Or Kirsten. Sorry, Kirsten. I'm like, I just saw the K. I love the word mental patient. That's what you are. This, I'm going to tell you. Anyway, the two people came through. And what I learned was so interesting. Deanna is such a fucking amazing channel that it's crazy, okay? She is fucking crazy. So in the midst of it, she's getting also information about somebody that we personally know in our personal life. And I'm like, oh my God, that's yes. And then we're texting it to Bobby. So I'm on the computer texting once I'm sitting down. Deanna's talking in my ear. So the three of us work like this, okay? So this is how we're working. So this is also with Carmen's daughter, by the way, with Carmen's daughter. So what we learned last night, okay, so you've got, Deanna doesn't have a channel. She channels. She hasn't got her website up. I will let you know when her website is up. She's always been very behind the scenes and she's worked. I'm the public one in the friendship. She's a behind the scenes one. However, she's decided to do a website. So that is being built and that is really good. So, you know, Bobby is Blue Moon Investigations and she's top in the world at her field. She just did the Robert Durst case and I'm so lucky that she preserves evidence for me. I am so fucking lucky, okay? She helped with Keith. The report that she wrote is amazing. I'm going to meet my lawyer after this. And so it's fucking amazing. It's brilliant. Her and Lucas and Bobby gets intuitive information. She starts researching and doing her shit. Fucking amazing. I mean, I don't even know how blessed I was, except that Keith went to Bobby and Keith went to Deanna. So these two people came to us, okay? Last night, talking to Deanna. So what we learned, now remember, Arizona is the four corners, okay? Meaning 4 parts of the country collide right here. So there's a connection to a bar in Barstow. We don't know the name, but there's a connection to a bar in Barstow, which sounds really stupid. But Barstow is about 177 miles from the four corners. So they are running and laundering money through this bar and they are taking pregnant women, farming, John of God, like that, and they are running it through this bar in Barstow, and it's so interesting. Oh, Hooligan, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, you guys. They're running through there, they're trafficking, and they're sending people out. No, for real, for real. These two people told us. Now, one of the people who has passed away, I know they have the rape tunnels there. Lori was always sending me videos from an ex-Marine that went there. Barstow, exactly. But they're running drugs and stuff through there. And this is why that's all open. They can scatter in different directions. They didn't make Breaking Bad in New Mexico for no reason. Okay, so one of the people that had passed away, a female in this bunch, talked about being, thank you, Tim, for that shit. I'll have to read it after. It just went by me. One of the people that came through, they came through together. One of the people very, very specifically spoke about being tortured before being taken off planet Earth, okay? The prison planet. Thank you so much, Tim, for that. And I burn your candles. You and your wife sent me the beautiful candles, the soy candles, and I love them. They smell delicious. So there's a lemon one in there. That's my favorite. So I blow that out, then blow that. They're really, really nice. So yeah, there's always trolls in here. I'm a troll magnet. They're fans. They're fangirling me. Trolling, you're fangirling, or why would you be bothered? Like, do you have no life? Anyhow, one of the people that got offed on the planet suggested that she was tortured by the way that they said that they killed her. So there was a certain thing that, like, people do, like Anthony Bourdain did and Kate Spade did, that method which they took themselves off the planet with. This person said it was like continual, not just, hi, Bobby, I'm about to leave. The lawyer switched the appointment, so I'm going over there now. But I mean, in a minute. But I'm talking about you and I last night when Deanna's channeling and I got the dead guy in my bathroom and then the girl came through. We're not mentioning names. And anyway, the girl said she was this and then let to breathe, and then this and let to breathe. So tortured with this, okay? Tortured with this. So she was coming through, and there's a connection to Barstow, and there's a connection to a bar. Who fucking knows which bar it is in Barstow? I don't know. But, and Bobby, this is code for Bobby. The person, thank you for that, you, Cato and Lucas. Let me, transference, I don't know that it's the same as being a narcissist, but it's projecting your opinion of another. The candles are so beautiful, Tim. Oh my God, they smell delicious. Transference is when they tell you what they are, and it's not what you are. They want to interject and supersede. They want you to wear those words so that they can have control over you and you respond emotionally, because actually energetically they're little fucking vampires. So they want you to feel bad about yourself. I don't feel bad about myself anymore. So Bobby, remember the person that we were talking about? I'm going to text it to you right now. I'm going to text you their name, then I'm going to comment on this. It doesn't connect to the two dead people, but it kind of does. Where's Bobby here? Oops, wrong one. I'm like texting a random stranger. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Got info on this man. Okay. On him. So anyway, that particular person that I just texted you, that first name I'm not mentioning on here, that person was literally in Arizona doing a drug drop off. Okay. Doing a drug drop off and deal, and was about to get busted. They had him on camera, on film. They were watching him. Okay, that person, Bobby, that I texted you. Deanna got this last night when the girl and the guy came through. Remember, we were texting back and forth about that. Okay, and Barstow, and then today we found out even more from a conversation I had with a lovely woman. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Bobby. He was about, listen to this. I actually saved his ass by leaving early. He was about to get busted by the feds. Literally. Do you remember I up and left? Like, I'm like, that's it, I'm fucking leaving hours early. Like, goodbye, 7 hours early. If we'd have waited, the drop-off was going to be made, and he would have been busted. That's bedtime in the print. Yes. Oh, my God. Okay, there you go. Yes, send everything. You remember that? Okay, so there was that. And then today I had a conversation with a really nice woman who I will initial the initial K, okay? Just call her K. I'm not going to say her real name. Anyway, if you're watching, I had a great conversation, and I've been to the Army base. Okay, I don't even know what's in Barstow. I think I went through it on the way to Vegas. I had a nice conversation today, and Bobby, remember what you researched, and remember your nephew, and remember that? That's the connection, and it's all connected to a particular group of people. So anyway, we're finding out all kinds of stuff. That's what it is. I can't say names right now, but that's it. It was so crazy. That person literally came to me in the spirit last night. So now, now we are able to do that. Okay, now we are able to do that, and that, yes, the fucking genies, jinns, they conjure them up. This is the shit that they do. And they're all connected. But understand this. I want everybody to understand this. When you're dealing with crime families, cults, whatever, religious cults, however you want to word it, they're all outside of their body on the astral level. So when they go to sleep at night, they go back out of their body and they all converse over here like this. And so they understand what's going on. And sometimes they block the conversation. Deanna was fucking rad last night because it started with the guy coming to me and I heard it, you know, and I started to get what I got. I started to speak it and she's like, blah, 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 blah. She's talking and I'm texting to Bobby. So yeah, the astral feds. Yeah, no, this is true. This is how psychics work. This is how we work. So it's detective work for all of us doing it. And Bobby's a psychic as well. There's no way she gets the shit. She knows exactly where to look and where to find it. And I'm talking about crazy shit, like on the Robert Durst case. We're talking about that serial killer. So we're talking about him on that particular astral assassin. Oh my, yeah, astral realm. Yeah, oh my God. Astral assassin her channel is fucking amazing. She's dead on accurate. She gets kicked off a lot though, because she's dead on accurate, right? So anyway, that's the story of that. And I am now on my way to the lawyer with the paperwork. So I will, oh my God, Bobby is fucking dead on. As I say, the write-up that she did for Keith on behalf of my son. She does not know me. She knows me now. Now she's my sister, sister wife. I'm just kidding. We don't do sister wife or pineapple people over here at all. Bobby, I almost texted you a picture of a pineapple in the grocery store today. I walked by the pineapple and I was like, I should take a picture of the pineapple and send it to her, but she might think I'm serious, so I'm not going to. Is up now. Oh, good. Just her TikTok. Okay, yeah. Astral Assassin is fabulous. Pineapple. I was like, now I look at pineapples and I'm like, I can't even eat them anymore. No pineapples here. But anyhow, so don't let people tell you who you are. Even if you're in an abusive relationship with somebody who calls you a whore, don't let them call you that. Step back and say, you know what? You are. Don't defend yourself. I made a problem with defending myself. Prove it. Don't do that. That puts you off balance, throws you off guard. Ignore people. If you think I'm a fucking whatever, then you think that. And so be it. So be it. Do whatever you got to do. I'm who I am, and God knows who I am, and my kids know who I am, and Lila knows who I am, and the cat knows who I am. So I don't care what you think I am. You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner, baby. You can call me whatever you want. But all I say now is if you say that, then I'm just going to say you are. If you say you're this, you are. You're going to go bananas because it's you. It goes back to you, babe. So that's what happens. It goes right back to you. Do not let people tell you who you are. It's very hard not to argue back. Like, it's very fucking hard not to argue back. You want to go back and get in their face and grab them like this and just fucking squeeze their cheeks and then just suck them one right in the face. Don't do that. Just say you are and walk away. Don't ever say, don't defend yourself. Don't justify yourself. If you truly do something wrong, obviously you have to be accountable for that. But just because people calling you something, you know, what's that? Like men like to say, oh, she was a whore. Well, what were you doing? Why was she a whore? What were you doing? What the fuck were you doing? Were you bugging the shit out of her? Oh, you were just working. You're a hard worker. You never stepped out. Men screw 3 women a night. They do all kinds of shit and they call a woman a whore because she dares to look at another man behind this bitch's face. You're not a whore. He's not a whore. You know, just speak the truth. If he speaks meanly to you, say it. If he sleeps with a lot of women, say he sleeps with a lot of women. Whatever it is. And also, the way to know if you're possessed, I don't really know the way because sometimes they take you out of your body, so you don't recall it, you lose time and stuff. You can go to a shaman and get healed. You can pray. You can get holy water. I actually went to holy water for Deanna and I to do a clearing in someone's house. I went and got the holy water. We put the rosemary in it. We prayed over it. We got it from the priest. We did this. You can do that and you pray and ask God to take it away from you. And you become clean with your soul. Start praying. That's how it is. On this channel, it's Christ consciousness and I pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. I believe in God. That's who I pray to. And since this is the Sloan Bella channel, please don't be telling me there's other religions. I'm not quite as blonde as I look and I'm not a moron. I know that. And you're entitled to open up your own channel and talk about your religion. So this is, I do know a good shaman. She's in California. I absolutely know a good healer. So this is how I do it. I can only tell you my experience here. That's all I can tell you. I'm not here to justify my position in life. And if you point out to me there's other like religions that people follow, duh. I know that. Duh. Like, duh, you think? I know that. But we're not on their station. And I wouldn't go against their religion and tell them on their station. They're going to be whatever they're going to do on their station, and that's good. I'm not going to go on their station and do it. I'm not going to do it. If your station is about Satan, then that's what your station's about. I'm not going to critique you on there. I'm just not going to watch you because my interest differs from that. I'm probably going to go to an exercise channel and look at that. And I don't go to some exercise channels because they tell you a bunch of crap. So it's calories in, calories out, and respect what goes in your, and she's a chocolate Sagittarius. So there you go. Awesome. Pineapple people are swingers. They put pineapples upside down. They're the swingers. Now I can't look at the fruit the same way because they've taken over the fucking fruit. Yeah, the shaman's name, I'll ask her if I can give it out. I don't know if she wants the kind of focus on her, but I'll ask her. And once I get permission, some people don't like being named on my channel because they get in problems, you know. Oh, I love Virgos. I said Katrina's a Virgo. I love Katrina. That's what I always say to her. She's a Virgo. I have a lot of Virgo planets. My appearance is Virgo-like, so I'm not jealous of Virgos. But I will check with her and see if she's okay with it. If she's okay with it, yeah, my platform is my platform. That's why I did it. I did it for me. I never thought I would get a following. I just wanted to put my videos out there. Yeah, you have free choice and free will. Whatever you want to do is fine with you. Whatever I want to do is fine with me. I mean, you know, as long as you're not raping and pillaging through society, trafficking children, that kind of thing, through Barstow at bars, through the Four Corners, through Arizona, as long as you're not doing that, you know, and wishing ill on people for no reason at all whatsoever. You know, yeah, Virgo men they're the most kinky in the I love pineapple. I better watch how I say that too. Watch how you put the pineapple in a plastic bag and take it out. Okay, you guys. Oh, you grow pineapples in your backyard. So you get no shame there because nobody's out there. Yeah, so that's it. So don't let people tell you what you are. If they call you a liar, a pig, a whore, a troll, whatever it is, just say you are. Whoever's saying that to you, you are. That sends it back energetically. Just send it back. And no one cares what anybody thinks anyone else is. Most importantly, if somebody in your family or your life is called something, what you may want to do with them is you may want to go ask them if they actually did what the person's saying they did. Leo 8th house Venus freak, baby. That's a freak. Leo 8th house, baby. That's like service me. Service me. Like that. That's what that is. Okay, have a good night, y'all. I went all over the board again. I try not to. You go to my website, my email's on there, but I can't guarantee I read the emails because I get so many. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.